Behind me, you got Austin Burke. It's somebody who I met in the Trumbull County Jail. I only spoke to him like 2 times on the 4th floor, felony block, 4A. He spent a lot of time in the hole. Matter of fact, I met him like 2 days later. He was in the hole. I also know he fought this other dude named Mike Pence when we was in there. I also know he was trying to take the new guy's commissary. He was wilding out. I'm pretty sure he fought Sean Simpson, this other kid that was in there with us. Yeah, he was young and, you know, kind of wild, but I'm gonna read some of his situations and then I'm gonna show you what they're saying happened since he's been incarcerated. Austin T. Burke found guilty Friday on all charges in connection to the June 12, 2017 unaliving of Brandon Sample and the armed robbery of a Pizza Joe's in Cortland a week later. Now, he also got his discovery pack, and it had like photos of this dude in the woods in Cortland. Obviously in the, you know, the state that he was. R.I.P. him. Sorry to your family, especially if you happen to see this. No disrespect or none of that, but I do remember that he was showing people the photo, like whatever the photos was. I didn't even look or care to look. But in the little couple days that I was in there, that was all I remember, was that he got into a fight like the second day, and the first day he was showing people stuff from his discovery pack, photos of his alleged victim, and wanted, you know, more or less like, hey, look at this. You guys ever seen a body? Now, I also remember he had this same thing happen in the Trumbull County Jail, where he made a weapon and they gave him a new charge of introducing weapons into a detention facility or whatever, having weapons while under detention or something like that. That was in the county. And then this, Trumbull County man serving a sentence for unaliving was indicted earlier this month on charges that he had a knife in prison, attacked an inmate. Austin Burke, he got felonious assault, 2nd-degree felony, possession of a weapon. So he did that in the county, then he did it here, and then this.
Murderer is tonight the prime suspect in another death after a fight behind bars at the Lucasville prison. Thanks for joining us. I'm Amanda Barron. Investigators say the victim was another man serving time for murder. Ruben Melendez was 65 years old and from Arizona. 13 News reporter Lane Ball has more on the suspect, who now potentially faces an even longer sentence, and he's only in his 20s.
Austin Burke was just 19 years old when a jury found him guilty of killing a man in Bristolville, Ohio, being involved in an unrelated armed robbery in Cortland, and making a shank while in jail.
Hi, Mr. Rich. We are here for the purposes of arraignment.
This is video from one of his hearings in Warren, Ohio. He was sentenced to life in prison with no chance of parole until he'd served 47 years, with an added 11 years for making the shank. Now, he's 25 years old and has already served 6 years in Scioto County, but he could be facing more time after investigators say he was involved in a deadly fight over the weekend inside the Southern Ohio Correctional Facility. It's not clear what sparked the fight with Ruben Melendez, but investigators believe Burke hit him in the head, leading to his death. In Lucasville, Lane Ball, 13 News.